Hi everybody, today on Surviving Yoga, I am going to lead you through a detox sequence. Now, if you're like me, you may tend to overindulge a little bit in the summer, so this is a great practice to make you feel a little bit better after a long weekend. When detoxing, it's important to stimulate your circulatory system, your nervous system, and your lymphatic system. So this sequence includes a lot of stretches and twists that are going to encourage compression within your body. When these compression poses are released, they allow fresh, oxygenated blood to flow through your system. We'll start this sequence with a gentle twist. So start with your legs crossed, sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders down. We're gently going to place our right hand on our left knee, our left hand behind our back. Inhale, stretch up, roll your shoulders down, twist open. You really want to encourage your chest to open here. Feel a lot of twisting through your midsection. Make sure you're not muscling through the pose too much. You can lift up your hands, shake out your fingers. Twist, breathe through it. And then inhale, back to center, roll your shoulders down, and twist to the other side. Again, we really want to make sure that we're not muscling through this pose. So just make sure that your fingers are nice and loose, your hands are nice and loose, your shoulders are relaxed, and you're really concentrating on twisting as much as possible through your midsection here. So this is going to help to stimulate digestion and help encourage fresh blood to flow through your body. One more breath. And then inhale back to center, and then we're gonna transition onto our knees. Sitting in Hero's Pose, we're going to practice breath of fire. This is a breathing exercise that's going to help to release toxins and stimulate digestion. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall, and this breath involves a really active exhale and a passive inhale. So you're gonna pump your stomach basically. So you can place your hand on your stomach so you can feel it happening. You're gonna inhale, exhale, If you're new to this and you can't quite get it, you can practice first with your mouth open, almost doing a panting motion, and then close your mouth. So that would look like this. We're going to continue for about 20 more rounds before moving into our next pose. So inhale. Long inhale to finish. Exhale. You can shake it out, and then we're going to transition into table pose. Planting your hands, walking your hands out, and then coming back and up into downward facing dog. Now, downward facing dog is an inversion pose. So your head sits lower than your heart. And whenever your head is lower than the heart, this really helps to stimulate the circulatory system. So we'll stay here for 5 breaths, and you can work out your knees here. You can play around with bending them and straightening them. Ultimately, the goal is just to keep your head below your heart throughout this entire pose. Breathe deeply. A strong breath is going to help to release toxins throughout your entire practice. At the end of your exhale, look forward, step both feet forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Take one deep breath here. And now we're gonna move into chair pose. So inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, start to sink your hips, bending your knees. You really wanna make sure to keep your knees behind your toes. So if you look down, you can still see your big toes sticking out. Reach up. And then to start to stimulate your digestive system and to create some compression, we'll move into a twist. So bring your hands to your heart, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, and start to twist open. You really want to create almost like a little bit of a cobra here, really lifting up through your chest, keeping your hips nice and low. The idea is to keep your hips lower than your shoulders. As you breathe here, twisting through your entire midsection. One more breath. Exhale, you can release, forward fold. You can bend your knees and shake it out a little bit. And then we'll inhale, coming right back into chair pose. And we'll twist to the other side. Bring your hands to your heart, lengthen through your spine, create a little bit of cobra, and then twist open to the opposite side. Try to keep your knees in line here and intend your thumbs right into your chest. Opening up through the chest, twisting and creating compression through your midsection. Breathe deeply for one more breath. Then you can exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale your hands to your heart. From the top of your mat, root your feet down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, keep your heel lifted. Lengthen your chest forward. Inhale, come all the way up into Crescent Lunge. Now, to really turn this into a detoxing pose, we want to add a twist in. So bring your hands to your heart. We're going to come forward and then twist open, bringing our elbow to the outside of our knee. Again, really trying to open up through your chest and create as much compression and twisting through your midsection as possible. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Breathe deeply. Keep your back leg strong and engaged. One more breath. And then release your hands to the floor. You're gonna step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. From here, we're gonna take a wide step open. Step your left foot all the way to the side. Bring both feet so they're parallel with the sides of your mat. You may need to pigeon toe your feet just slightly here. We're gonna do a forward fold to bring our head below our heart once again, stimulating our circulatory system and our lymphatic system. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears, strong legs, stand up straight, inhale. Exhale, start to fold forward from your hips. Bring your hands onto the ground. Start to roll the weight forward. Relax your neck completely, let it hang heavy. Keep your inner thighs and your whole leg engaged here. And really just let your head relax, allowing fresh blood to flow to your brain. This pose also creates some compression through your abdominal region. Again, any compression pose does help to stimulate digestion and the removal of waste from your body. All of these things are helping us to successfully detox and remove toxins. And really engaging through your inner leg line. You're gonna come up halfway, flat spine, bring your hands to your hips, and then inhale, lift all the way back up. And from here, we're gonna step towards the opposite side of our mat this time. So turn your feet forward. We're gonna step up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back. Keep your heel raised. Find a nice long spine. Inhale, lift all the way up. Strong back leg here. Keep it really nice and engaged. A deep bend in your front leg, shoulders down away from your ears. Coming into the twist, bring your hands to your heart, lengthen forward, twist open to the side. Opening up your chest, creating lots of compression through our midsection. Looking up at the beautiful blue sky. 2 more deep breaths here. And then releasing your hands onto the mat. We're gonna step forward, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. We're gonna step back into a plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. And we're gonna come into 2 variations of Locust Pose. Both of these variations of Locust are going to create a lot of compression through our midsection. Again, this is helping to remove toxins from your body. So for our first one, we're gonna interlace our hands behind our back. Keep your toes firmly planted on the mat. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. And then we're gonna inhale to lift up. Keeping a long spine, a long neck. You don't have to worry about how high you come up here. It's just about creating compression through your midsection and opening up the front side of your body. One more breath here. And release. You can do a few ankle rolls here. I tend to get cramps in my feet when I'm doing this pose, so I like to roll out my ankles a little bit, shake out my legs. And we'll come into our second variation. This is gonna be a more traditional version of Locust. So you're gonna bring your arms alongside your body, slightly away. And this time we're gonna lift both our arms and our legs. So to prepare, take a nice deep inhale, exhale, and then inhale, fly everything up off the ground, keeping every part of your body engaged here. And again, it's not about how high you come up, it's about how much length you're creating from the top of your head all the way to your toes. Reach out through your fingers, reach out through your toes, keep everything engaged. Exhale, come up a little bit higher. We'll release the pose and then simply rest one cheek on the mat and take a few cleansing breaths. To transition, bring your hands back under your shoulders, come up through table, and then just come to the front of the mat and we're gonna come into a seated position one more time. We're gonna move into a deeper version of the twist that we did at the beginning of the practice. So you're gonna bend your left knee, bringing your left heel towards your right hip. Cross your right foot over, lining up your knee and your ankle. Now you can move the fleshy part out from your butt if you need to. You're gonna sit up nice and tall. You're gonna inhale your left arm up and twist over to the side, just hooking your elbow on your knee. Bringing your other hand behind your back, lifting up nice and tall, keeping your shoulders away from your ears and twisting deeply. Again, you wanna make sure you're not muscling through this too much, so you can shake out your hands if you need to. This is gonna create a little bit of a deeper compression than the first version we did. And since you've already done a lot of compressing and releasing throughout this practice, your body is prepared for it at this point. One more breath, breathe a little deeper, twist a little deeper. And then slowly return to center. We'll just switch the position of our legs. You can move the fleshy part out. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale your right arm up, twist, and open. You can look over your shoulder. Really feeling a wonderful twist all the way through your spine. One more deep breath here. Twist a little bit deeper. Then inhale back to center, and from here we're just gonna roll down onto our back. From here we're going to compress our ascending and descending colon, which helps with the removal of waste. So we'll start by bringing our right knee into our chest, wrap your fingers around, and we're gonna bring it in and then slightly out towards our shoulder. Keep your left leg planted on the ground. If your left leg is coming up at all, you can just flex your foot and that'll help to keep it planted. Breathe deeply. Keep both shoulders on the ground, so try not to roll over to one side too much. One more deep breath. Bring it in a little bit deeper. Really feel that in your hip crease. And release. Just repeating on the other side. Bring your left leg in. Bringing it in towards your body and then out slightly towards your shoulder. So you want to really use your arm strength here to bring your leg in towards your body. You should feel a little bit of discomfort in your hip crease. You don't want to feel pain though. So if you're feeling pain, just let go of your leg a little bit. But you do want to feel a really deep stretch. We'll hold for 2 more breaths. One more. And release. Bring both legs up into your chest. You're gonna wrap around. If you can grab opposite elbows, that's great. If not, you can just grab onto anything you can reach. So you can grab your wrists or any part of your arm. Keep your shoulders on the ground, creating lots of compression, and just start to roll your lower body and your tailbone onto the ground as much as possible. One day your spine will be completely flat on the floor. One more deep breath. And release. We'll come into one final twisting pose. You can choose a twist of your choice, whatever you love the most here. Today I'm just going to bring both my knees up into my chest. I'm going to bring my arms out to the side and I'm going to let my legs fall over to the left side, keeping both shoulders on the ground and then gently twisting your head to whichever side is most comfortable. This is a really nice, gentle, relaxing twist to finish your detoxing practice with. And then inhale your knees to center and then gently let them fall over to the other side, keeping your shoulders firmly planted. And you can let your head turn gently to one side. Twist very naturally and gently here. Finishing up our detoxing practice with one last twist. Gently bring your knees back into the center. You can give yourself a nice big hug. You can roll around a little bit to give yourself a nice mini massage. And then feel free to do any other pose your body is really craving right now before coming into your final relaxation. Bringing your legs out wide, allowing them to be nice and heavy, hands out wide, arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. Your whole body can sink into the ground. You can stay in this relaxation for as long as you'd like. When you are ready to come out of relaxation, gently turn onto one side and then slowly ease your body up into a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center, lift your chest, bow your head slightly, take a deep cleansing breath. And thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Now, since we've been stretching, compressing, and detoxing, you definitely want to make sure to flush out your system. So please make sure to drink lots of water throughout the rest of the day. And I'll see you next time on Surviving Yoga.